The boxing world has been sent into a frenzy with Floyd Mayweather stepping back into the spotlight, publicly demanding a fight with Terence Crawford in 2026. For a man who walked away from professional boxing in 2017 with a perfect 52-0 record, this announcement feels like more than hype. It feels like Mayweather is staking his legacy one more time, daring to test himself against a fighter many are already calling the greatest of this new era. What makes this potential clash so fascinating is that it isn't just another super fight, it's the collision of two legacies, two timelines, and two very different ways of being great. Terence Crawford, fresh off becoming a multi-division undisputed champion and dismantling Canelo Alvarez, has carved his name into history in a way that demands recognition. For years, Crawford has been dismissed, criticized for not having the names on his resume. But when the opportunities came, he didn't just take them, he dominated them. Canelo, Jeff Horn, Errol Spence Jr., every time Bud stepped up, he left no doubt. His ability to fight orthodox and southpaw seamlessly, his devastating finishing instinct, and his cerebral adjustments mid-fight have turned him into a puzzle few can even attempt to solve. He's not just a fighter. He's a tactician with knockout power and a calm ferocity that makes him lethal in any round. When asked about Mayweather, Crawford doesn't play into the comparisons. He's been consistent. Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in mine. There's no need to compare. To him, history doesn't need to pit one king against another. Yet that hasn't stopped the debate. And now, with Floyd stirring the pot, it might no longer be hypothetical. The voices weighing in are as loud as they are divided. Brian Bomack McIntyre, Crawford's trainer, has gone on record saying Bud is way better than Floyd. Canelo himself admitted after their fight that Crawford is way better than Mayweather, a shocking admission, given Canelo was once schooled by Floyd himself in 2013. Shane Mosley, another legend, has echoed similar sentiments, pointing out Crawford's size, reach, and ability to fight from both stances as major advantages over Mayweather. Bob Arum, the promoter who worked with both men, also believes Crawford's ambidexterity and adaptability make him uniquely dangerous, perhaps even too much for a prime Floyd to handle. On the flip side, purists like Oscar De La Hoya push back hard. De La Hoya argues that Floyd's technical mastery, his ability to make elite fighters miss completely, is unmatched. When Mayweather fought Canelo, he toyed with him and didn't take a single clean shot. For De La Hoya, that kind of defensive brilliance is on another level compared to Crawford's style. Mayweather was the ultimate chess player, winning not just with his fists, but with his brain, his timing, his ability to neutralize even the most aggressive fighters. Roy Jones Jr. and Andre Ward add even more layers to the debate. Ward, who knows what it means to retire undefeated, praises Crawford as the most skilled fighter today, someone you can bet your house on because his mentality and technical arsenal are unmatched. Jones, though, tempers the conversation by reminding fans that Mayweather's longevity and ability to stay at the top for decades can't be ignored. A perfect record isn't just skill, it's discipline, consistency, and timing. To Jones, Crawford is on his way, but Mayweather still set a standard that's nearly impossible to match. And then there's Max Kellerman, who frames the debate with surgical clarity. He acknowledges Floyd's deeper resume, his defense, his speed, and his ability to beat big names across 5 divisions. But he also points out that Floyd was careful, picking and choosing when and where to fight certain opponents. Crawford, on the other hand, has shown a willingness to fight anyone, anytime, has often taken the more dangerous road. In Kellerman's view, that hunger matters just as much as defensive perfection. The accomplishments don't lie. Crawford is the first male boxer in history to become undisputed in 2 weight classes, and now sits alongside Manny Pacquiao as a legitimate 4-division champion. Floyd, though never undisputed, reigned supreme for nearly 2 decades, beating champions across multiple weight classes and retiring without a single blemish. Both men represent different paths to greatness. Mayweather through longevity, precision, and defense. Crawford through destruction, adaptability, and daring, But beyond the legacy talk, what about the fight itself? A prime Crawford versus a prime Mayweather is pure fantasy, the type of mythical matchup fans dream about. The debates would rage forever. But in 2026, if this fight really happens, it won't be prime versus prime. It'll be a 49-year-old Floyd versus a Crawford, still very much in his peak. That's where the drama intensifies. Mayweather's brand, his aura, and his legacy as the best ever are on the line. A loss, even at his age, would shake the narrative he's so carefully built. A win, however, would cement him as something more than just great. It would make him untouchable. Crawford, for his part, has nothing to lose. He doesn't need Mayweather for validation. He's already carved his lane. But beating Floyd, even an older Floyd, would put him in rare air historically. Fans would debate it forever, but Crawford would stand tall as the man who conquered both his era. In the shadow of the last great era, money always talks in boxing, and that's where this becomes even more believable. Rumors swirled that Floyd could get paid upwards of $250 million for the fight. If there's one thing the world knows about Mayweather, it's that he never turns down a payday that massive. He's said it before, he's about business first. And there's no business bigger than fighting the man many say has already surpassed him. Fans are split down the middle. Some say Crawford's youth, power, versatility would overwhelm Floyd in 2026. Others insist Mayweather's defense, experience, and ability to adapt would frustrate Crawford into mistakes. On social media, the debate is endless. Memes fly, highlight reels are compared, both fan bases are digging in for war. What makes this so gripping isn't just the fight itself, but what it represents. Boxing rarely gives us clear answers to these mythical who's better debates. Ali never fought Tyson. Robinson never fought Mayweather. These arguments live on forever because the fights never happened. But now, with Floyd actually stepping forward and saying he wants Crawford, we might get an answer. It may not be prime versus prime, but it will be real. And that's enough to make the entire world watch as the whispers grow louder. One thing is clear. This isn't just another fight. This is history in the making, the kind of matchup that defines eras and fuels debates for decades. Crawford has already proven himself against champions across divisions. Mayweather already walked away with perfection. But if they meet, if that bell rings in 2026, the world will stop and watch two legends collide. So here's the question. Who would you back in this fight? Would Floyd's undefeated record and defensive brilliance hold up? Or would Crawford's power, size, and versatility break through? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for daily boxing news and breakdowns. This is one fight the sport can't ignore, and you won't want to miss a second of it.